I spoke to Satya several times over Zoom before I met her. And then on her next trip to Los Angeles, she came over to the house and she said, I want to play you the piece in your studio and see your reaction to it. I lay on the floor and we turned off the lights, and I went into a real ultra meditative state. I was completely relaxed, and even halfway through it, I thought, this is really, really good for me. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling a lot calmer, a lot more relaxed and at ease with everything. The piece contains this pedal note throughout of 136.1 cycles, which is a very low frequency. And that frequency is an integral part of this piece of Essence. As the other sounds came and went, there was always this pedal note of calming reassurance, because as the pedal note was getting quieter, I felt an emotional loss and like, please don't take my pedal note away, I need it. And I was getting dependent on the comfort of this low tone. I found that something that was kind of unique to this piece of music that I hadn't come across in any other pop music or classical music or film score. I think that the big difference between records that hit that spot and don't hit that spot is still a mystery to all but very few people. My experience with Essence is it does very strongly hit all the right spots, emotionally and physically and mentally. Apart from Satya's original electronic work, which took many, many months, we had 4 different recordings, 2 in Los Angeles and another 2 at Abbey Road. This was probably the one case, because it was so completely different, I couldn't really do the insurance policy of a conventional setup. Just had to say, I think the chances are good enough that this will work very well. Mark had sent me a photograph of the whole of the Royal Philharmonic sitting in a large circle with this lecturer standing in the middle. And I looked at this and I said, that's the way we ought to record this. They've got to all be in this circle, all facing the middle, rather than any kind of conventional orchestra. I thought, this music is so different and so original and so innovative that they're already out of their comfort zone. How much more out of their comfort zone could they possibly be? Just have fun with it and enjoy it. And if it works, it works. If not, we'll try something else. So in the West and in America, most orchestras are tuning to 440. Other European orchestras are going 441, 442, even 443. For Essence, the pedal note is 136.10, which has upper harmonics, which actually equates to somewhere in between 442 and 443. So we're in real new territory here on how this tuning structure is affecting the musicians, the instruments, and the way that people listen to it. Where do you put them? Like, where do you put the first violins, or where do you put, like, do you do first violins and cello? No, right?
Yeah, well,
Right.
Yes, that's new territory, right? That's cool.
Okay, so this is what I did. Again, no one did it before.
Yeah.
Look at this. first, second, viola, cello. First, second, viola, cello. First, second, viola, cello, right? And so on, all the way round, in groups of 4. This was like a wedding party with separate tables. Also,
All spot mics.
there's height mics.
Yeah.
But there was like height mics here, 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 and here. There was an ambisonic mic.
One ambisonic mic, right? I've got to say.
I mean, that's like
That's fine. Yeah.
another choice altogether.
Yeah, yeah.
Each one was like a family group.
Yeah.
Now, on the choir, it was the same thing. Like soprano, alto, tenor, bass.
Yeah.
So they all related to each other in the family group, as opposed to, you know, a normal thing where you'd have all the violins together and all the cellos together. It was like take all the rules and break them.
Yeah. How were the players with this? How did they feel?
Wow. First of all, I floated it to Satya, who loved it.
Yeah.
I think once they realised that they only had to worry about their own
Cohesion there.
cohesion there, because obviously if you had all the violins there and all the cellos there, it's just so far away. That's a big space. I mean, we're talking about, this is like maybe 90 feet.
Yeah. Studio One, right?
I think, as you see from the pictures, the circle was a little tighter for the choir because there was less of them. If you're going after music for new media, new playback systems, and new experiences, you have to record it in a new way. And I think, given that the orchestra, choir, sitars all have this circular space on it, that the earth instruments could afford to be a little bit spotted. Things need to be moving in order for you, because if you have something virtually at the back of your head, your brain is going to lose it at a certain point until it moves. If you're just going to use the spot mics, then I understand what you're saying about it balancing with the thing. But if you do that, if you want to use the main mics, they need to match with the orchestra.
Okay.
The only thing that I would ask is that when we put the orchestra in and we set the reverb levels, that I'm here.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
do it tomorrow morning when I'm not.
No, we're doing it today.
I can't promise you, but the level should be more or less the same.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, the balance between the microphones.
It's just playing with colours.
Great, beautiful.
I listened on both, but you should listen on these because it's related to yours. All right, so basically the only difference between my number 2 and number 1 is that ambience is at 61, and then on my number 1 it's even more.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, control room 5. Now, don't change it.
Now go back to mine.
Yeah. Working at Abbey Road for about 30 years. Just had this wonderful mix of classical and pop to choose from, and I chose all of it. I work with so many amazing classical people. When I started at Abbey Road, and my father was a huge classical fan, and he wanted me to go into the fashion business like all the rest of his family. So I said, but I was colorblind. I was red-green colorblind. So I said, I want to go into music. So I started at Abbey Road, and to please him, I did a lot of classical sessions in my first year. Barbarolli, Sir Adrian Boult, Klemperer, so many of those amazing names of EMI classics, HMV. I'd been there about just over a year, and I got a message that Jeff Emmerich, who was their main engineer, and George Martin had asked me to assist on the next Beatles album, which no one knew was going to be the last one, but it turned out to be the last one. With the Beatles sessions, they wrote their own rule book and basically did whatever they like. So, but it was, it was hard work. We'd start at 1 o'clock and go till 3 or 4 in the morning. One of the things that stuck with me very strongly from that time is that the Beatles were always moving forward. At no point on Abbey Road did any of them ever say, do you think we could go back and recreate the guitar sound that we got on Revolver or Rubber Soul? They never referred backwards, but it was the first album to be conceived in stereo. And also we went up from 4-track to 8-track. The project that we're working on with Satya, I think we're up to about 632 tracks. Why use a conventional setup when you can do something completely innovative? Not only is the technology moving forward, but the creators, the musicians are moving forward, and everyone's looking to do something that no one else has done before.
It's an artistic endeavor. It's art. Just do whatever it feels right. And a lot of people like to work with quite inexperienced producers and engineers because they don't know what the music.
With Universal Music, Warner Music, with a lot of people understanding the potential of music and health now, and that's correlation. It's always been the case. It's nothing new. It's ancient wisdom, right? It's just that these two systems have worked separated. Mm-hmm. And our vision of ASE is to combine them. And as we are in the process of combining them, suddenly the market will need this level of listening, because people have been listening to music for decades now as a form of entertainment, as a form of pleasure.
Yes.
Right? Like you go to a concert, you invite people home, you have live, performance, but nobody's really conscious to sitting down and listening with eyes closed as a daily practice.
Immediately, I got a whole load of other artists and composers and engineers writing in saying, wow, I've got to try this. Or somebody else saying, oh, yeah, I thought of that. No, you didn't.
What are you feeling?
I think it's crazy. That's what I think. On what? Sorry, you had your mic.
It's okay.
Don't use that.